Hey YouTube, this is Cliff here with Hamilton Transportation. Today we're picking this Volvo L150G up from an auction site in Windsor Locks, Connecticut. Taking it home for the weekend, and then Monday morning we'll run it down to LS & Sons near the port for export to Peru, I believe. I am here at an auction site in Windsor Locks, Connecticut. I am picking up a Volvo L150 wheel loader and taking it down to Baltimore. It's going down to a place that takes equipment and they containerize it. So they put it into shipping containers, and then they those go to the port to get shipped out. And I think this one, the guy said in here that this one's going to Peru. It says Peruvian. So that's what I'm doing. So I got checked in, and then he told me to park over here and he will bring the loader out to me. So the funny thing is, I just got done delivering a loader, another Volvo L150, just about 25 miles down the road to Berlin, Connecticut. It was one that had been reconditioned at the Volvo plant in Shippensburg, Pennsylvania. So I picked that up from Shippensburg and ran it up here. I wasn't able to film any of that because it was just pouring down rain all day yesterday. So I got soaked loading it, and then I ended up driving through rain pretty much the entire day. So I wasn't able to film any of that. You'd have been sitting in the truck with me all day long. So I thought, rather than do that, I'll just skip that one. But this one, it's not supposed to rain, so I will get this one made into a video. But because I hauled one of these yesterday, I already had a really good idea of how to chain it, where I want to load it. So should be pretty easy. All right.
All yours.
All right, sounds good. Can I bother you to print me out a couple copies of those BOLs?
Yeah, I'll print them out. I'll print them all.
Okay, thank you. All right, this is what we got. This is a Volvo L150G. And from the smell, I would say this was used by an asphalt company. You definitely catch whiffs of asphalt as you sniff around it. So it doesn't look too bad. It's not real dirty. I don't see any leaks on it. Looks like maybe they replaced the seal on this tire. It's got some soap bubbles on it. Hopefully that's not leaking. It doesn't appear to be leaking. Looks like they were just testing for leaks with soap. So there you go. Big beautiful beast here. So let's see. You guys want to ride with me? Maybe I'll take you with me as we load it. Maybe I'll put you up top. Oh, it's not metal. If I had a metal roof, I would stick you right up top, but we do not. So maybe I'll try to... Oh my gosh. Pretty tight in here. There, we got a little bit of adjustment. Alright, so wheel loaders. You got the parking brake, gear shift, and then this controls your bucket. This is tilt, and this is up and down. So, and then you've got lights, and I'm sure you've got all kinds of other stuff that you can do with this. Here comes my BOLs.
Parking brakes on the left side.
Yeah.
Of the dash there.
Yep.
You want me to throw these on your seat?
No, I got it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
2 copies of the BOL and 1 copy of everything else.
Cool. Thank you. It's a very nice gentleman. He got printed out copies of everything for me. So let's get this thing loaded up. Wheel loaders are pretty easy to drive. This is a pretty good size one. So you just got to be careful you don't hit anything. And then the hard thing about wheel loaders is getting them straight on the trailer. So without a spotter, it can be a lot of up and down and up and down and up and down. But we're going to try to... The key is to try to get it straight before you get it on the trailer. So that's what we're going to try to do. It helps if you put the bucket up. I'm going to put this down into first. I can tell that I am not straight. The problem is they are articulated in the middle, so that when you try to fix, it kind of moves in an arc. So as you're trying to fix it, you just end up kind of going back and forth in an arc. And you're not changing anything, you're just kind of going back and forth. So, usually what you think is center is actually a little bit off, and I'm trying to remember which side it is off on. So now, I think parking brakes on. I'm gonna go look at that and see what we look like, and maybe I'll leave you guys out here. You can watch it as it goes on. Tell me if I'm straight or not. So let's see. That actually looks pretty good right there. I'm gonna set you guys, how about right here? I'm gonna set you guys right there, and you can watch. Make sure I'm pretty straight as I go on there. But that, in fact, looks pretty good. It could go that way just a little. So let's try to do this. bucket definitely needs tilted down. It is hard to see when you're in the cab there, but I think we've got it could move over a little, so it's got to move over a little bit, and the bucket needs tilted down in the front. Okay, it's all right. We'll get it in 2 shots instead of 1. Move it at all? Oh, a little bit. So I think the front I moved over. The back needs to move over now. I didn't want to crush you guys either. So I think the bucket looks all right. Now, let's see what that looks like. Okay. Well, I think I got the bucket right. I really could move over just a little more. But the bucket is about right. So I think we're gonna call it good. I think I'm gonna stop messing with it. And actually the bucket could tilt up a little bit. And this could probably come back a little. So let's do that. Try not to crush you guys. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah. And I think our weights are gonna be about spot on. Shit. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to hook this. Maybe I'm good right where it is, huh? I really doubt it. Nope. I'm gonna have to start it again. It's nice that it has that. A lot of this older stuff, when you pick it up, it's missing that locking bar. This one has it. I just didn't think about it before I put it up there. Now what is going on here? Okay. Shut it off. Alright, she's a little hard starting. Now, which way do we have to go on this locking pin? I That has to go back. So of course it can't just fall in there, can it? There we go. All right, we've got that. Now we will turn that off so the batteries stay up. Seemed like it had a good battery. It was just hard starting. I don't know if that's low compression or fueling problem. Something. It's got an air leak. I can hear it. Alright, so we got this on the trailer. Now, these things are pretty heavy. The one I hauled up yesterday, they had listed at 57,000 pounds. I think they had this one at 56. But because of that, I need to make sure that my weights are right. Because I only have 2 axles up here. You know, if I had a third axle, a lift axle up here, it wouldn't really matter where that sat, because I'd be good. But because I just have 2, Connecticut only gives you 40,000 on a tandem. So because Connecticut only gives you 40,000 on a tandem, it means I got to be sure that I'm not over that on my tandem. The back, they give you 60,000 on a tridem, so that I'm not so worried about. But I do definitely have to make sure that we are not over up front here. Once I'm out of Connecticut, it doesn't really matter, because New York, Pennsylvania, and Maryland all give me the full 46,000 that my axles can handle. But it is Connecticut that I have to worry about. Looks like we're at 65 PSI. So I gotta call Jen and we'll figure out where we're at. We are right where we were yesterday with the other Volvo loader that we brought up. Weight's about the same, so about 57,000. One difference is that this bucket I had on, that the other one had on yesterday, was 10 feet wide. This one is 11.2. So that's pretty much the only difference. Other than that, it's pretty much the same machine. So now we just got to get this thing chained down and flagged. And Jen is working on permits. So then we can get the heck out of here. Might have to put you guys up here. That would be a pretty good view, huh? Might have to do that later. There she is, ready to roll. Now, hopefully we have our permits. And I did forget one thing. That gentleman very nicely printed out my BOLs for me. And then I stuck them up in the cab of the loader. And that's where they are. So I gotta grab those. Once I grab those, we will be ready to rock. Guys, we made it out of New England anyway, across the Hudson River. That's, in my mind anyway, that's kind of the line, the escape point. It's when you get across the Newburgh Beacon Bridge. So through Newburgh, we're about in Middletown, New York right now. So because we are heavy, we had to go around Hartford instead of, straight down 91 and hit 84. So we had to take 291 east over to 84 and then kind of come back and then down 91 and cross 691 back to 84. And then we're running this all the way over to 380. We're not allowed to go right to 81. We have to take 380 down to 80, run that back over to 81 south, and then we'll take 81 south down to Carlisle and be home for the weekend. I was going to put you guys up on the wheel loader to get you kind of scenery coming through here because it's pretty. But I got out to do that and I felt some raindrops, so I was like, well, maybe we'll hold off on that. So we'll see what weather is like during my next potty break. Maybe I can get you guys outside and you can see some of the mountains. 380 runs down, I guess, Poconos adjacent, so it's pretty good scenery down through there. I did get my windshield cleaned off. Got all that gnarly old so what happened was I had just kind of some indoor Velcro stick stuff on my Easy Pass because it's what I had at home, and I thought, oh, it'll be fine, so I stuck that on there, and in the summer, it gets pretty hot in the cab of a truck, with the sun shining on it and everything, and that stuff just melted. So then, of course, because I'm a dummy, I just put more up, and it melted again. So then I had a big goopy mess up on the windshield. And then I was just, too lazy to clean it and put some good stuff on it. But eventually I got some good, outdoor type Velcro attachment squares that I stuck on that, and I got everything cleaned off. So windshield is much better now for this vantage point. So I'll let you guys ride in here with me. Probably going to go into some fast forward because I'm going to listen to my podcast and copyright stuff, But enjoy the view out the windshield. It is very beautiful up here this time of year, all the reds and oranges and yellows. Yeah, where you can get, shrimp, breaded shrimp. What is this guy doing? We don't have to do 40 down the hill, man. Alright guys, we made it back here to the house. Took a little longer than I expected, so it's about 5 o'clock. But I am done for the week, so I'm going to get all my stuff out of the truck and head home. Thanks for riding along with me today, and we will pick this video back up on Monday, and we will head down to Baltimore and get this thing delivered. So I'll see you then. So we got backed in here. It did start, which is good. It took a little while, but it did fire off. Now we just got to get this thing unchained and off the trailer and parked. So let's go ahead and get that done. Ooh. Look at that bad boy that was hiding in there. Oh, he's not happy, is he? That's a big ass hornet. Well, we'll just leave him alone. I wonder if that was in this thing? So we got her off the trailer and parked. So this place, they take old equipment, like you know, people buy it from auctions or, you know, any old used equipment, and then they bring it here. Look at that. Got hydraulic fluid all over my trailer. Might grab some paper towels and clean that up. But anyway, they take this old equipment and they put it into shipping containers, and then the shipping containers go right over to the port and they get shipped overseas. So let's get hooked back up to this thing, not this thing, to my trailer, and get cleaned up and get out of here. So that old Volvo wheel loader drove itself off the trailer. We got it delivered. From here, I am headed right over to the port to pick up another wheel loader. This one's actually legal though, so I don't need banners or flags or permits or anything like that. For now, thank you guys for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. So, from Dundalk, Maryland, this is Cliff with Hamilton Transportation. I will see you guys out there on the road.